Flip TV Plus.
Welcome. This is evening news on Flip TV Plus. First is the headlines. Sanwo-Olu Obasa meets Lagos GAC over rejection of 17 commissioner nominees. Wike PDP says nobody can expel me. Sanwo-Olu Ganduje orders to lead Kogi governorship campaign. Ogun state government clarifies local governments and locations, suspends chairman. Uzodinma begins distribution of palliatives. Now the news in details. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and Speaker of the House of Assembly Mudashiru Obasa have met with the State Governors Advisory Council GAC. The meeting, which held at the Lagos Assembly, attracted former Deputy Governor Mrs. Adejoke Adefuleri, Colonel James Odumbaku, Dr. Yomi Fini, Ganiju Olaruwaju Solomon, APC Lagos Chairman Collinus Ojelabi, and other party stalwarts. Observers believe it may not be unconnected with the rejection of 17 nominees that Governor Sanwo-Olu submitted to the Assembly. Of the 39 nominees screened, only 22 scaled the hurdle, while the others, mainly returning former commissioners, were rejected. The recent development caused an uproar, with many insinuating that the governor and the speaker are at loggerheads. Obasa had queried the qualification of some persons nominated by Governor Sanwo-Olu for appointment as commissioners. He said 2 of the nominees were rejected, and the rejection was not based on their qualifications, experience, or exposure. In July, Sanwo-Olu transmitted a list containing 39 nominees to the legislative arm for screening for appointment as commissioners. However, the House cleared 22 of the nominees and rejected 17 others, including 6 former commissioners of the governor in his first tenure.
Okay. Thank you.
I hope you won.
Hey, how do you don't enter.
Moving on, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, has dared his party, the People's Democratic Party, to expel him. Speaking on the possibility of getting expelled from the PDP for anti-party activities, Wike dared those contemplating the move, saying, "Nobody can expel me." Wike stated this on Wednesday evening when he featured on Channels Television's program Politics Today. The immediate past governor of Rivers State stressed that he had yet to see any leader in the PDP who had the authority to expel him from the party. He said he was working for President Bola Tinubu and not the All Progressives Congress, stressing that he owed nobody any apology. The FCT minister also said the Abuja Metro line was expected to be ready within the next 8 months, adding that his administration would restore the FCT master plan without minding whose ox is God, saying the wealthy ones in the FCT are the lawbreakers.
I don't. Are you afraid that your party might move against you and expel you?
Who's the party?
The PDP.
Who are the PDP people?
They are the executive of the party, the neck of the party. You saw that the former vice president and the presidential candidate are meeting with governors and leaders of the party.
Please,
you don't think that those can come against you?
But let me tell you this today. Let me tell you this. We are just waiting for the presidential panel to finish. You know who actually are those who are working well for the party. How can anybody talk about expelling me? A state that provided that bought a governor, a state that bought 3 senators, a state that produced 32 House of Assembly members over 32, a state that produced 11 out of 13 House of Reps. The person that will suspend me is the one that couldn't produce a governor, is the one that couldn't produce 3 senators, is the one that couldn't produce assembly. What? Look, I have not seen that person. With all due respect.
If they do it, what would you do?
Nobody will do it. So the issue of they will do does not arise.
What if it is in a plan?
Which plan?
To discipline you for
who will discipline me? I should be the one calling for the discipline of these people who violated the party constitution.
In what way?
In the way that the party said there was the rotation. And you violated the constitution of the party. Who dares that person that will say will suspend? Who is that person? Who? I want to dare anybody who will say that. Listen. We know men of character. I'm a man of character. I can tell you authoritatively. What happened? This government, what the press was saying was not what I said. I never said PDP governors nominated ministers. I never said so. I said that this government wrote to all the governors of PDP and APC to nominate people for appointments. That's what I said. To nominate people for appointment, 10 person, 13. Yes. And I said, PDP governors nominated people for appointment. Appointment is appointment, both as board, both as commissions. Right? I challenge anybody who is the governor of PDP that said he never wrote any letter to this government for social people to be appointed under this government. Has anybody come to challenge me? Has anybody come to challenge me? Nobody has come to challenge
me. So PDP governors put forward names?
Of course.
Of
course. Let any one governor come up to say, you are telling lies I never wrote. I photocopy and I will show the world. Come on. Sometimes, listen, I never, to tell you how I respect the party. I respect the party. I wrote to the national chairman and his people that this is the offer made to me by the president. Did they say they told me not to not accept? I wrote a letter to the zonal chairman of my party.
Did you get response?
Yes. They said, accept it. It's a call for duty. I wrote to the state chairman of my party. He said, accept it. I wrote to my governor. He said, accept it. Who are these people coming to say they will discipline? Discipline who? Who discipline who? Look, forget about the rantings of the reggae dancers in their so-called, they say they know. They are all regretting of the actions they took. It is because of arrogance and impunity. Arrogance and impunity. That's what led the party where they are today.
The National Working Committee of the Ruling All Progressives Congress has released a fresh list of 191-man council to drive the national governorship campaign taking place in Kogi State ahead of the November 11 election. This was disclosed in a statement issued in Abuja on Wednesday night by the party's National Organizing Secretary Suleiman Arugungu. The development is coming in the wake of denial by the party on Tuesday that it released earlier documents containing notable names of chairmen, co-chairmen, and members of campaign councils for Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi State that went viral in the media. In the new document released on Wednesday by the National Publicity Secretary of the APC, Felix Moka, Governor Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State was appointed the chairman of the Kogi campaign train. Sanwo-Olu will be assisted by Governors Mohammed Bago of Niger and Sani Uba Kaduna, who have been selected as co-chairmen of the campaign council. Notable members such as the national chairman of the APC, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, the host governor Yaya Bello, Minister of Works Davido Mahe, and Minister of State for Defense Bello Matawale also completed the 191-member campaign council for Kogi State. In response to recent claims, the Ogun State government under the leadership of Prince Dakwa Abiodun emphasizes its commitment to ensuring local governments meet their obligations. Funds allocated to local government from the Federation account are consistently augmented to support their financial needs. The government reaffirms it operates within the framework of the Constitutional Organized Joint Accounts and Allocation Committee (JAAC) to handle local government funds. The JAAC, comprising key stakeholders in local government administrations, ensures transparent allocation for optimal performance. Recent JAAC meetings have been substantial fund disbursements with over 2 billion naira directed towards teacher payments, and in August, 5.2 billion naira shared among the local government. This pattern of responsible allocation has been consistent since Governor Abiodun assumed office in 2019. Moreover, the government is actively investing in critical infrastructure addressing road maintenance, school rehabilitation, and other developmental projects. The state remains committed to promoting transparency and the well-being of its local communities. However, in a follow-up report, councillors in Ijebu East local government area of Ogun State have suspended the chairman of the local government, Mr. Wale Adedayo, for 3 months on allegations of maladministration and financial mismanagement. Councillors on Thursday said the Legislative Council received various allegations that need to be investigated and directed Mr. Adedayo to appear at its next sitting on Thursday, September 14, 2023. However, 15 allegations were leveled against him.
You know, they say where there's no information, there is misinformation. When I read in the news media yesterday that I, Adedapo Abiodun, the privileged executive governor of this state for the second time, is being accused of diverting funds meant for the local governments, I had to say to myself that perhaps it must be another Adedapo Abiodun, not my own. Because God knows that this job, I am doing it with every iota of sincerity of purpose in me. I continue to ensure that I'm guided by all the promises that I made in the course of my journey to governor's office. I continue to remind myself that I'm holding this office, this public office, this public trust. I'm holding it as a trustee for and on behalf of all the sons and daughters of this state. I continue to be very dogged, to be irrevocably committed to developing every part of this state equitably and fairly. I continue to respect that besides the state government, there is also another tier. And we are all charged with that responsibility of building the future of this state. So I began to wonder, how could anyone possibly begin to imagine that I will divert funds meant for another tier of government when my party APC has formed government 100% in that second tier, particularly state government, local government are but one big family. So naturally, I have been taken aback. But again, they say when two people are relating with each other and they agree all the time, it means only one person is doing the thinking. We tend to have disagreements every now and then. Let us continue to find ways to resolve differences responsibly. Our preoccupation is to continue to join hands together to build the future of this great state together. State my commitment to ensuring that your tier of government, given all the support that you need to make the best of the opportunity.
And finally on the news, in partnership with the federal and state government, the Imo State Governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma, flagged off the distribution of acquired food items and other relief materials meant to alleviate the economic impact of post-subsidy removal on Imo citizens. Speaking at the event, Governor Uzodinma announced that these efforts can provide essential support to the residents in the wake of changes in subsidy policies. The governor commended President Bola Tinubu for his economic initiatives in the policy transition of the country. He disclosed that a committee was inaugurated to capture all sectors, institutions, and groups, ensuring that every household in the state will partake in the palliative, irrespective of their political party affiliation.
You recall the incident of the policy of the removal of petroleum subsidy and the temporary hardship that followed. That policy is one of the most cogent policies that this government has taken to be able to save our economy from collapse. The policy we observed came with some initial challenges, which includes high cost of living and poverty in the land. The federal government deliberately brought out also measures that will cushion the effects of those negative impacts. Today, I'm flagging off the distribution under phase 1, 65,000 bags of rice to all the indigenous and citizens of Imo State. I want you to join me in thanking the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, GCFR. This gesture of his, he's a great thinker, he's an economist, he knows how to create wealth, and he is bent at rebuilding our economy. There will be some initial challenges and teething problems, but on the overall, he has rolled out some policies that will recover our economy, reduce the foreign exchange rate in Nigeria, and also create prosperity for our people. On the area of transportation, the federal government will soon be delivering CNG buses and electric buses to states. This is in addition to the arrangement made by Imo State to float a brand new transport company that will be equipped with brand new vehicles to reduce the cost of transportation within and outside Imo State. I want to thank all of you for the understanding you have shown since after the removal of petroleum subsidy by federal government. We have decided to share these food items in a manner that they must reach to everybody. We have also included, we set up a committee. The committee is chaired by the Secretary to the Government of Imo State. And this committee includes honorable commissioners, the head of service, the chairman Christian Association of Nigeria, the chairman Nigerian Labour Congress, the special advisor on labor matters, and other critical stakeholders. The whole idea is to ensure that these food items will get to the commonest man on the street. What this has shown is that federal government is not insensitive to the feelings of our people, to the hardship being occasioned by the policy of subsidy removal. There is no point politicizing it. The president is committed to recover our economy, to bring back Nigeria to its glory. So we need to support him, and we are determined to support him. Once more, let me thank you for your understanding, particularly the labor union, who have remained resilient and supportive throughout this period. May God bless all of us. Thank you.
And that'll be all for now. Do what to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more reports as they drop. Thanks for watching Flip TV Evening News. I am Gladys Alozie.